This historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. Great game in store for y'all. Coming up next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Austin team entering play. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio Ball Club. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
"22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richards. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the catch made, it's Patton. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
His throw caught right around the 6. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former Baylor Bear, their rookie quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Walker now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st down, Cloud. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Walker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. And they go play action. Here's Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now a handoff up the middle. Cloud, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Off the play fake, Walker. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Play action now, Walker. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Walker. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special because Covered was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys have taken the lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense. Ready. Second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richards. Throw left side complete. That's Jenkins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw. Richards. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patton. And he's brought down. 3 catches for him now in this 1st quarter of the Super Bowl.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll run on 1st down. Morrison. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Operating from the gun. Richards. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Richards. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. To throw is Walker. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Walker. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Up the middle they go. Cloud. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Walker firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That's caught. It's Coleman. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Walker. This is Hillman with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
4th down, Walker. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Austin's offense ready to go again. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cloud, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Off play action. Walker sliding out of the pocket. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Morrison. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Walker throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now again, right side. Cloud. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Walker. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they start some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Walker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Richards looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morrison. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Operating from the gun, Richards. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. From the gun on 3rd down, Richards. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And working out of the gun here, Walker. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Walker, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Cloud, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Walker over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Off the play fake. Walker. Wide open receiver complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they'll run again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Operating from the gun. Walker. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Patton the man in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patton. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one out wide and intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Walker. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. Cloud. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now Walker from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it in for the touchdown from 21 yards away. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Operating from the gun, Richards. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Patton the man in motion. From the gun on third down, Richards. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it fourth down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Austin's offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll run on first down. Cloud. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. Walker now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Back to throw. Walker. Over the middle, complete. That's Whitaker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Richards. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. From the gun on third down, Richards. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Caught outright by Patton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patton. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Richards. Buying time to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richards. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Off the bootleg. Richards. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Richards. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Walker. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Up the middle they go. Cloud, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second down and 6 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The offense on third down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Walker, flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Here's a diving catch right side. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Operating from the gun, Richards in trouble, and he's taken down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 115 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Walker. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Austin's offense ready to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back out comes San Antonio. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And touchdown! A big play there. 55 yards. And his guys are able to get a score back. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.